Hello, 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 and welcome to episode 33 of Radio Free Filler. Well, here we are in a brand new year and still waiting for the end of COVID-19. You'd think it would have come with an expiration date like most of my jokes. Come to think of it, when we first started this show, we were planning on maybe 13 episodes to help everyone pass the time. But here we are, 20 shows after that, with more on the horizon. Well, enough of this rumination. Let's get on with the show. With the new year having arrived, this is a time when many people make resolutions. We've conducted a few interviews to get a sample of what people are planning to change in their own lives. Here are some of their comments. First, from Kristen Bell Pepper.
I'm going to figure out more ways to get on TV and radio.
Then, Gritsy Grits.
I'm going to try to get more fiber in everyone else's diet.
And now a word from Papa.
Yes, I admit I sang in the soap opera, but Mama and I have resolved never to appear on that radio filler show again. Never. Wait a minute. Is this being recorded?
And now our announcer, Buster Budget.
I'm going to keep my job by participating in whatever sketches they tell me to do, no matter how asinine.
How about you, Uncle Hermit?
I'm going to spend more time at home.
How can you do that? You never leave your house.
I'm going to stop answering the door.
Your question makes no sense. We do not deal in years on my planet.
Do you have any equivalent measure of times?
Trips to the barber shop.
But you have no... I mean, how frequently, in Earth terms, do those occur?
Never. I'll spare you the embarrassment of saying it yourself. We have no hair. We have no barber shops. We have no measure of time. We have no periodic resolutions.
I just thought of something. If you have no hair, then why do you use hairstyles instead of names?
The answer should be obvious. Since we have no hair to style, the logical use for a hairstyle would be as a form of address, or as you call it, a name.
That's pretty good. And here I was thinking you folks had no sense of humor.
You have been correct. We have no sense of humor.
Hiya, folks. Odie Oatmeal here. You know, all that talk about not having time has made me realize that I'm not getting any younger myself. Even though I do have time, I suddenly realize that it's limited. I suddenly realize that if I'm going to really accomplish anything meaningful in my life, I'd better get going. You know, crank my goals up a notch. Therefore, I've resolved to create for myself a new list of resolutions, a new approach to life, driven by my new sense of urgency over the passage of time. Gee, Odie, that's kind of inspiring. That's right, Mashie. I'm going to get right on it to be effective sometime after the 13th full moon in the year 2029. 2029? Well, there's no sense rushing into things, you know. Say, Mashie, what are you going to do for 2021? Oh, the same as you, I guess. Nothing.
And there you have it, folks, a whole bunch of New Year's resolutions.
Excuse me, I think this would be a good time for a musical number.
Indeed it would, and we've got something special lined up. This is dedicated to all those performers who have to get up on stage and take their chances, but it's also intended to be sung by all those hecklers in the audience. Now, your typical heckler just wants attention, and this song fills that need, but it does so in a way that is supportive of the performance. That's why it's called Sing-Along Song.
The guy on stage who I never even met is really very good, you know. And I don't even mind if my girlfriend wants to talk about him every other evening or so. And I don't need to criticize or analyze or minimize, 'cause the guy on stage who I never even met is really very good, you know. The guy on stage who has never heard of me is really very good, you know. I'll just sit back and enjoy myself and never try to steal the show. Some things are still worth listening to, some things are good to see, and there's room enough in everybody's universe for everybody else and me. Some people look at life as a competitive sport, while others have opinions of a different sort. It really doesn't matter when it comes out the same, as long as you remember it's a game. The guy on stage went and wrote a song for me. It's the one you hear that's playing now. And if it's not always perfectly in key, well, it doesn't matter anyhow. Instead of finding something wrong, I just relax and sing along with the guy on stage who wrote this song for me. It's the one you hear me singing now.
Everybody harmonize!
The guy on stage who I've never even met is really very good, you know. And I don't even mind if you want to come and listen to us every other evening or so. And if we don't reach number one, I still don't mind, we're having fun. 'Cause the guy on stage who I've never even met is really very good, you know.
Give yourselves a hand!
That went well.
Yeah, but where do we go from here?
How about some poetry?
Poetry? For this crowd?
You never know. There might be some people in the audience who would appreciate a recitation.
I don't know. You know what they say about spoken poetry.
Actually, I don't. What do they say?
Spoken poetry is always a mistake. Rock critics call you a pompous flake, and they'll condemn you every time if you choose to make your verses rhyme. They'll howl and moan that it isn't soul, a 12-bar blues or rock and roll. Write what you will, they'll always find it isn't what they had in mind. Your work will be met with jeers and spite. They'll call it precious, dull, or trite. But I wonder if they would strut so proud if they heard their own words read out loud.
See? That wasn't so bad.
Yeah, but I'm still stuck for ideas.
Well, why not present something about that?
You mean, like this?
I couldn't think of anything to say. But I want you all to listen anyway. Evoking strange and distant times. Despite the fact I'm strapped for rhymes. Nothing else to do. Left without a clue. My publisher has backed me to the wall. I couldn't think of anything at all. I'll make you think that I'm profound. By drowning you in choral sounds. Nothing else to do. Left without a clue.
Well, it kind of seemed like a cool idea at the time.
Yeah, but that's the way it always goes with cool ideas.
Everything you think is cool will probably just seem stupid later on. We need two-voice melodies that use the same two notes for way too long. Today you're using X when writing. Thanks. Tomorrow you decide the whole thing makes everything
I know. Let's leave everyone with something inspiring. You know, a song that shows determination.
Like this?
Setting it up is hard, but once you're in, it's only a matter of keeping on. Ideas keep coming, and who are you going to tell them to? It's been said, but no one seems to care, and the ones who do are the ones like you, and they're very few. Do what you want to do. Do something just like the thing you've always wanted to do. Take it wherever you can. Break through to places you've known were there, but never bothered to see. Believe, and if it doesn't matter, believe in believing that it doesn't matter. Believe, believe you will be where you wanted to be today. Believe, and if it doesn't matter, believe in believing that it doesn't matter. Believe, believe you will be where you wanted to be today. Believe